I know that sometimes you say to yourself, I don't know what I'm going to do in a call center, but I am going to tell you the responsibilities you're going to be handling for a CSR position, and also I am going to share with you 5 of the must-have skills you should know you must have for a CSR position or customer service position in a call center, especially for this job description at Concentrix. That's the building where I want to work. Oh my God, Concentrix! Voy a ir a aplicar el día de hoy, vamos a ver qué tal nos va. And one more thing, I'm gonna be giving you all the list of possible questions that you're gonna be asked by the manager, the supervisor campaign, or the recruiter. So when you decide to go for a CSR position, you can be ready and get finally hired. Let's get started.
Okay, I'm going to put you on hold for a moment.
The skills you must make sure you have and you talk about in your next job interview at a call center are the following: problem-solving skills, good communication skills, organizational skills, teamwork, computer navigation, and PC knowledge. Skill number 1. In a CSR position, you must tell the recruiter that you have problem-solving skills, which is the ability to identify problems and give solutions in the shortest time possible. I want you to take the following quiz and let me know in the comments what is gonna be your answer. Let's find out and let's see if you have good problem-solving skills. Imagine a customer calls in and states that his credit card was stolen. So, what would you do? Option A, you give me a new credit card. You create a new account and you add more money to the stolen card. Or option B, you verify the customer's identity, you ask for name, phone number, email address, security questions, you cancel the stolen card and you process a new card, and you keep the customer informed and make sure that his money is secure. Let me know in the comments what option is the right one here. You have 6 seconds. If you went for option B, that means that you have good problem-solving skills. And you are very close to start working as a customer service representative for this position. Now, if your option was A, no worries, let's continue with the quiz and find out what other skills you might have for this CSR position. Skill number 2. Another ability you must have is good communication skills, both written and verbal. But how can you tell if you have good communication skills for a CSR position? Well, let's figure that out. You need to understand that you will need to speak to customers over the phone. And that means that you need to have good communication skills. What I'm trying to tell you is that you need to be able to explain how a product or how a service works. Let's find out if you have that skill. Imagine a customer calls in and asks for the steps to return a product, the return policy. Option A, you provide detailed instruction on how to return the product. Mr. Customer, if you want to return the product, you should return it within 30 days after purchase, return it in good conditions, return it to the same store, and bring the proof of purchase. Or option B, if you want to return it, bring it to the closest store and they will tell you what to do. You have 6 seconds to make a decision. Come on, I know you can do it. I believe in you. Let me know in the comments what you think. If your answer was A, congratulations, because you have now 2 skills for the CSR position at Concentrix. But if your answer was B, well, let's take it easy, right? We still have more skills to discover and find out if you have them. Skill number 3, organizational skills. It's when you are able to prioritize your task, making sure that you handle every customer in an efficient manner. This skill is super easy to follow and to accomplish because every contact center has a system that would allow you to follow up on every single customer. The only thing you need to make sure is that you follow the order. Let's go ahead and take the following quiz. Let's go ahead and take a look at the following. The system says you need to assist customer 345. Which customer would you assist? Option A, 345. Option B, 348. Option C, 350. I shouldn't give you any time on this because it's easy. But still, you have 6 seconds. If you choose A, you have organizational skills, and definitely you can work as a customer service representative at Concentrix. That is organizational skills. Is when you receive calls, emails, chats, texts, and you just follow up based on who arrived first. Simple, don't you think? By now you have 60% of the skill for a CSR position. Now let's find out if you have the fourth skill. And the fourth skill is teamwork. You must tell the recruiter that you have the ability to work in teams. Your role as a team member in a CSR position is that you can work with other members of your team, trying to reach a common goal. Your supervisor tells you that the goal for this month is that you need to satisfy 7 customers out of 10 calls. So imagine one of the team members is having a big problem with a customer and cannot resolve the problem by himself. What would you do? Option A, you will help him. Option B, you will let him alone. 6 seconds to answer the question. If your answer is option A, you now have 80% chance of being hired. That means when a team member has a problem in solving something, you can show up, help him or help her with the problem that he or she has. Now let's talk about ability number 5, and this is the last super skill you must have for a CSR position, and that is the ability of computer and navigation skills as well as PC knowledge. Let me explain. Navigation skill is when you use softwares like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Notepad, or a customer relationship manager. And the reason why you use this is because when you work as a customer service representative, your main role is to find information from customer's account to check if you can help that customer on what he or she is requesting, or you can take better decisions. For example, if a customer wants to know when was the last time he bought something from your company, what was the last product he returned, where is his last order, then you will need to have access. You will need to navigate in that customer's account to find that information. Now, when it comes to PC knowledge, you must have basic computer skills, hardware and software. For example of hardware, we're talking about how to turn a computer, how to install a headset or a printer. And when it comes to software, we're talking about how to install a program or apps in the computer. So let's go ahead and take the following quiz. You need to copy and paste an important information from the customer to a notepad. What would you do? Option A, tell the customer to call back. Or option B, from your keyboard, Control F to search. Type the customer's names. Control A to select the name. Control C to copy the name. Alt Tab to change the tabs between Windows programs, that's on Windows, or Control B to paste what you have copied. You know the drill. Your 6 seconds starts now. If your answer is B, you have enough computer and navigation skills for the customer service position at Concentrix for this position. Vamos a ir a aplicar el día de hoy, vamos a ver qué tal nos va.
In your job interview, the operation manager or the recruiter or the supervisor of that campaign is going to ask you questions about teamwork. And examples of teamwork questions are how good you are working with others. How's it like to work with you? Or tell me about the time you had a conflict with that coworker and how you dealt with that situation. They're gonna also ask you problem-solving questions. For example, they can ask you questions like, tell me about the time you handled a difficult customer. Or tell me about the time you handle a difficult situation. They might ask you as well, what would you do if an app is unresponsive? What would you do in that case? They are gonna also ask you computer navigation skills. Example of these questions will be, I need you to find the closest restaurant given a zip code. Or he can ask you questions based on the keyboard. For example, how do you copy? How do you paste? How do you lock your computer? How do you unlock the computer? How do you save a document? Or how do you print it? Another question that is very often asked is, how many words per minute can you type? And what would you do if your computer is on but is unresponsive? Also, they are going to ask you communication skill questions. Example of these communication skills questions are, how do you reset a phone? How do you install an app? How do you make a sandwich or your favorite food? How do you install a WhatsApp app, Facebook app, or TikTok app? How do you recover deleted photos from your phone? Those are the questions that merely you need to be ready for, especially for this CSR account.
Y tenemos acá el currículo en mano. Para que ustedes también puedan tener la oportunidad de ver cómo es el proceso de reclutamiento. How to get ready for those questions. For example, if he asks, tell me about the time you handle a difficult situation. Well, you need to answer this question by stating what the problem was and how you were able to find a solution to that problem. Expressions that you can use in order for you to answer this type of questions are, I remember the time I handled this particular situation. Or you can also say, I have been able to handle difficult situations in my life. Now, if you were able to find a solution, some of the expressions that you can say, I was able to fix this problem, I was able to handle this situation. But if you didn't find a solution to that problem, then you need to be honest. And some of the expressions that you can use are, I couldn't find a solution to this particular problem, but I was able to learn this. Or, I didn't find a solution to this, but what I learned from this situation was, and so on. Now, you can be asked as well how you can make a delicious food. And this is the trick. Just tell them that your favorite food is pizza. Now, I'm gonna show you the following recipe in order for you to pause the video, write it on your notebook, and later in the comments, because let me tell you another secret. If you remember what you write down now, you will remember what to say later. And if he asks or she asks about PC knowledge, here is the list that you can use for Windows in a CSR position for a call center. One more time, pause the video, write it on your notebook, and later write them in the comments, because if you can remember now, you will remember later. If you are wondering what other questions they could ask you or you can be asked for a job interview in a call center. You must watch this video first, and then you need to watch this other video. You will know everything about call center agency skills and be ready for a CSR position. What is going on, future agents for call centers? Let me know in the comments down below if you are ready for this CSR position at Concentrix or any other call center. And remember to like, subscribe, share among your friends, and hold on, wait a second. If you would like to support this channel, your contribution will be highly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.